Okay, fine. So, hi viewers, welcome to our channel, the English Academy. Okay, so fine. Uh, First of all, you may introduce yourself.
Thank you, sir, to giving me this opportunity. My name is Chirag Bhanu. I am 18 years old. Mm, uh, my mother is a teacher. My father is also a teacher. I live in Himachal Pradesh, Mandi district. Now I am pursuing my graduation.
Okay, so and let's talk about English for international communication. What do you think about this particular course?
English for international communication is a course in which course in which course no, not in this course is not for only speaking English. It is about writing English, competing exam, and also speaking also English for international communication. Speaking.
Okay, all right. So, what are the four things to remember before we begin learning language, according to you?
According to me, four things to remember before you start reading. Number one is determination. Number two is resources. And number three is hard work. And number four is time.
So, you may explain what does that mean?
Determination. Whenever you start learning anything and you start any work, you need a strong determination within, strong desire, resolution, passion of your work, what you have to, done, and if you have strong determination, you can easily do any work. If you have determination to do any work, so you can easily done that. So determination is very important for learning English. And number two is resources. And English grammar without resources like a army without weapons. So we need good resources for learning English language. If we don't have any good resources for learning for English language, that means we would waste our time and money for these resources and hard work. We can do any work. We always do hard work. Hard work is the key to success. If you work hard, you can easily achieve your you can achieve your goal. Number four is time. Time is very important. Time is very important thing. If you have time for small age to learning anything, you can easily you can easily do it. So time is very important. Time is very important. If you can you do not waste your time and do your and give more importance to time and learn something better and the use of time. So time is very important for student life and for learning anything.
Okay, absolutely. The live is going on, but it's not in the live in the Facebook. That's the problem. Fine. Okay. So Now, what do you think about determination? Why a person has to made himself first of all determined for doing anything? For example, learning language also. Why this is important according to you? What do you think about this?
Determination is very important because whenever we do any work, we need a strong determination to yourself to do this work. If you are determined to do this work, you can easily do this work. If you have strong determination, resolution, and desire to do this work,
Not
you can easily to
we will say that work. इस केस में हम बोलेंगे that
that.
work. If you have determination to do, so you can easily do that work. This work होता है जो immediately जो हमें अभी करना चाहिए, उसके लिए हम this work बोलेंगे. You can do this work, but here we will say you can do that work if you have the determination to do any work. Okay, go on.
If a man doesn't do not have a determination to do anything, so that he can't do this work. So if you do any work, you need a strong determination within, so then you can easily do this work. सर नॉइस नहीं आ रही है.
Sorry. So it means that work, if you have really the strong desire of doing any particular work, so you can definitely do that work. So, dear viewers, for your kind information, Chirag is one of our offline students, and today I'm happy to invite him here for this conversation practice in this evening time, Sunday live. Let's have some conversation and keep on talking with one another. All our subscribers, viewers also can be the part of this by joining in the comment section. If someone is really interested, can be also called for the conversation, something like this. Here we are having discussions like different activities for learning language, content, topics, and what are the things we should be making aware of, how language can be learned. Get trying to get some feedback from him also. Almost 1 month he has finished, so some few grammar mistakes will be there, so that will be corrected there itself while having the conversation, and that can motivate you also, the new learners, those who are willing to learn. That's going to help you a lot. Now, what do you think about having good resources for learning? Anything we want to learn, we should have a good resources. So according to you, how important it is to have good resources, and what good resources can do in our life? What are the important roles of having good resources in our life in order to learn anything, especially when we talk about learning language English also? So how important it is to have good resources, and what importance can be there the resources having in our life for learning language? What you would like to say? Go on.
If we learn any language, we need good resources to learn them. If we have good resources, we can if we have good resources, we can easily learn something from these resources. But sometimes if you don't have good resources, you can waste your time on them and also money. So good resources, if good resources is very important to learn anything. If learn anything. If you don't have good resources, because it means you can waste your time, money, and you learn a wrong thing. So it is so a very bad thing. We need a good resources to learn English. If we have good resources, we can learn easily and correct English. Uh, Easily and correct English. So resources are very important for learning anything and like English language.
Okay, all right. So it means if we don't have good resources, so chances are we will be wasting our time, we won't be learning. So then, how important it is to have good resources in our life, and what good resources can really bring a change in our life in the concept of learning language?
good resources changed our life. If we have good resources, we can easily learn any language, and if we have good resources, if we can take less time to learn anything, and take some less time to learn anything and to achieve it. So good resources play important role for in our learning skills in English. If we have good resources, we can easily catch the words and other things. So good resources play very important role to learn English language.
Absolutely. And how about the hard work, which is also very important? And then these days we find that people want to learn language, but when it comes, working hard in various areas, people don't want to do that. So people think always that anything we can achieve without working hard, I think, which is not possible. If we want to achieve something in our life, we must be willing to do hard work also. ऐसा नहीं है कि इंग्लिश स्पीकिंग कोर्स ज्वाइन करेंगे और एक रात में इंग्लिश सीखेंगे, एक हफ्ते में सीखेंगे, दैट्स नॉट पॉसिबल. We need to do the hard work also. So what do you think about the role of hard work, and then how serious we should be working hard in the process of learning language?
Hard work is very important in our life. Not in I say not in learning English language. If you do any work and any field, you should do hard work, because hard work is the key to success. Some people says I don't work hard and I easily I can easily achieve them, but they are wrong. You should work hard for learn anything and achieve your goal. You do not escape to do hard work. Hard work is the key to success. You regularly do hard work, and one day, sure, you can easily achieve the success. So, my point of view, hard work is very important.
I appreciate you. First of all, you are getting a flow in speaking, so due to that I'm little happy. Only 1 month is finished. Yeah, some grammar errors are there, so don't worry, that we will keep on rectifying. But first of all, we want to make sure that learner gets the confident in speaking, arranging words somehow to speak something. After that, the correction keep on happening there also. Firstly, speaking is very important. That is one kind of a great achievement from your side. So okay, it's important, as you said, the hard work. You said the hard work is really very important. Now, for example, learning English language, what are the different areas a learner needs to do the hard work? Would you like to tell, like, what are the different areas where a learner must be working hard in the process of learning language? We say only hard work, hard work, hard work is important, we should do. What exactly and what kind of hard work we should be doing in the process of learning English language, or in order to learn English language? Go on.
First of all, if we learning English language, we totally determined to learn English language, and we also should maintain the discipline to learn English language, and keep practicing regularly and speaking regularly, and also writing practice is also very important for learning English language. So it's not for only hard work; it is only smart work how you learn English language, and um, how you can achieve how to learn English language, and how to write them, how to speak them, how to understand the English language. So it is very important to new learning English language.
No, yeah, that's true. But I'm asking about, you can, categorized, or you can say some points like what are the different areas a person needs to work hard in the process of learning English language. Not only we say hard work, hard work. Let us, categorize it systematically. Number one, this is the one area I think a learner has to work hard in order to learn English. Number two, number three, number four, keep on suggesting according to you, your thinking, what can be the different areas in which a person has to work hard. Yeah, go on.
So number one is smart work. If you you should also do smart work with the hard work. It is the time of do smart work with hard work. And number two is um, Keep practicing regularly to speaking English and learning English. Number three is speaking practice, and number four is reading. You what should you read? What should you read? What should you read? You firstly think that what is the meaning of them and how important it is.
Okay, very good. It simply means, as I said you, hard work. When we say that the hard work, a person must be doing hard work in the process of learning English language. That means we can say, first of all, an English learner must work hard to learn the word power. Otherwise, we will say hard work, hard work, hard work is important, hard work is essential. Everybody will say this. We need to tell that a person needs to learn the word power. Learning word power is not you know, possible in one day. 500, 1000, 250, 30, 40. First of all, a learner has to work hard to learn the words in English language, especially the common words. जाने उठने बैठने खाने रहने को क्या इंग्लिश में बोलेंगे, what are the words, and to remember them. When we want to speak English, at the time those words should come in our mind also. So the first hard work a learner has to do, that is called the word power. Second hard work the learner has to do, the reading English more. When he reads, we say hard work, hard work. If we read a book in 1 month, in 2 months, every day we read 2 to 3 pages. 2 to 3 pages that contains the words. A lot of words are there in a chapter. So we can find out what are the new words that which we are not aware of, which we don't know. After that, we can try to find out their meanings. That means our hard work is really in the progress, in the process of learning English language. Next is called reading, listening, hard work in speaking. This is also one kind of a hard work when we are talking to someone, doing and learning word power, improving our pronunciation, speaking one word two, three, four, five, 6 times in order to pronounce that particular word correctly. These are the some activities of hard work in the process of learning English language. If we don't do all those things, we just think we want to speak, we want to learn language. That's not possible. Next is the time, as we know, the fourth point. So, what do you think about time? Learning is process; it takes time. What would you like to say?
Time is very important to learning English language. English language learning is a process. It takes some time. So you don't easily you don't disgrace and fear about the you if you can't learn English in 1 2 3 months. It takes time. Learning is a process. You should take time to learning English and work hard for them so you can easily learn English language. So if you donate our time in learning English. So it is very good for you, and you can easily learn English in few months. So time is very important.
Appreciate you. The progress of your 1 month is also appreciable. So after that, next you, as you know, that next are the four skills which are very important. We keep on discussing. So would you like to briefly talk about the four skills in English language, the role of four skills, how important they are, and then how a learner must work on them, and how they can help a learner to improve language in terms of speaking, understanding, reading, writing, and all. Go on.
For skill to develop English language, number one is listening, number two is speaking, number three is reading, and number four is writing. So now we firstly start with listening. It is one of the best one of the best skill to learn English language. Listening is very important for learning English language. Almost 30% of English you must learn you must learn to listening. If you listen any person to speak in English language, you heard them properly, and you find some words difficult words, and you write on you wrote on in your copy, and find their meanings. You can also in listening, you can also heard how the other person make sentence, how they speak fluently, and they are structured, how they make sentence, how they make a pattern, and what are the main basic things to speaking the English language. So listening is very important for learning English language. And number two is speaking. It is also one of the important thing. Most of people neglected to speak English language. They feel shy, hesitate to speak English language. They fear to speak English language. It is because English is not our mother tongue. It is our second language. So some people hesitate, and some people also think that what the other people think when they speak English language. So this is the main problem to some people avoid to speak English language. And number three is reading. Reading definitely help you to improve your English language. If you read any word, any sentence, if you find some difficulty to read and read some sentence, you should make note them and word write their own copy, and then find their answers. If you if you keep reading, if you reading properly, it also increase your understanding level in English, and you know how to make sentence and the structures in English language. And number four is writing. Writing is also very important. um, if you write whatever you learn, whatever you listen, you should write in your own write in English language. uh, it may benefit you many ways. Firstly, it will help you to your competitive exams, and and any basic things of life. If you write any application to someone and other things, so writing is also very important to learn English language. It is also very important because if you should learn, if while writing you should must learn the structure pattern, how the sentence make, and the pattern, what is the pattern of sentence. So writing is also very important for learning English language.
Absolutely appreciate. First of all, I just want to appreciate you as the 1 month finished and the speaking confident. Though grammar mistakes are there, as I told, we will keep on rectifying all those things. The first priority is an English learner should get confident in speaking, or firstly, he should be able to speak English from his mouth. Wrong, right, doesn't matter. Speak wrong English also, but speak English, then a teacher can help him to make correct English, to correct that. If a learner doesn't speak anything, so I think the teacher also can't help. Learner has to speak firstly, maybe wrong, right, whatever. The first priority of learning English is whatever we learn, try to speak it. And let there be mistakes, don't worry. Mistakes can be rectified, that can be corrected by the teacher. Teacher will come to know, yeah, teacher will understand if someone is speaking. So if someone doesn't speak at all, it is very difficult for a teacher also to teach him spoken English. A person thinks that okay, I will speak correct English, till that I will not speak. That doesn't happen, because while speaking, some mistakes will happen in the beginning. So making mistakes, the work of teacher is there to correct all those mistakes. So if a learner is able to achieve his speaking goal in the first beginning month, that means later on the learning is going to become very easier for him, because we have found the speaking is most neglected skill in the process of learning English language. Many people hesitate, they have fear of making mistakes, and they feel shy. What people will think if I make a mistake? Lot of reasons are there why which people keep on neglecting. They avoid speaking, though they know, they read, they write, understand everything in English. When it comes in speaking, a lot of reasons are there, people don't do this speaking practice. So as you have achieved, I do appreciate you. Now let's talk about fluency versus accuracy is also there, one kind of important topic in English language. Mostly people talk about this particular topic, and it matters a lot in English language also. What do you think, according to you, fluency versus accuracy? How important it is in English language?
So, fluency versus accuracy. Always try to balance between fluency versus accuracy. Fluency means mm, if you fluency means if you can you speak in a proper way with in a flow in a natural way, but you have natural way, but it does not mean if you have a lot of grammatic mistake in this fluency, but it does not mean people does not don't like your speaking your English if you have a lot of mistake in while speaking English language. So fluency is important because if you does not make any grammatic mistake. And accuracy means if you say accurate sentence but you take some time and say very slow English, it also people avoid to speak your English. So we should try to also maintain balance between fluency and accuracy. Both are important to speaking English language. So it is both are very important for learning English language.
Okay, do appreciate you. Now, the intelligibility is also there. Intelligibility. What do you mean by intelligibility?
Intelligibility means intelligibility means the meaning is not more important. The meaning is not more important
No, no,
than the
meaning
grammar.
is important than grammar. Not meaning is not more important.
Oh,
Meaning is
sorry. Uh,
important, yeah.
Meaning is important than grammar. If people understand your language, what you are saying them, so people do not find you any grammatic mistake. If people understand your language, what you are trying to say them, understand them. People do not find your grammatic mistake. So tangibility is very important to learning this language.
Absolutely. So, fluency versus accuracy, as we keep on teaching this particular topics, fluency always means the natural way of speaking language. While speaking, we are confident, we are comfortable, we do have the ability to maintain the flow in that particular language, and instantly we keep on thinking a lot of words in our mind in that particular language. We don't have any difficulty at all to speak that language. So we are very comfortable as we speak our own language. That means instantly we get a lot of words in our mind to be talking to someone in that particular language. At the same time, we are confident whatever we are speaking that's correct, and we do feel the comfortable also while speaking that. So that is all about fluency, and we do maintain the flow also in these sentences because of our speaking ability. It doesn't mean that we rush very fast and make a lot of mistakes. Fluency doesn't mean speaking English very fast in order to show someone how fast we can speak with a lot of mistakes. People may not like such kind of English, so we always need to make sure that we do maintain the fluency versus accuracy also. Let our language to be fluent and let it be accurate also. We shouldn't be speaking fluent English with a lot of mistakes, and we shouldn't be speaking accurate English in slow manner, so that marks the standard of our English language. I do appreciate you for that. As we talked about intelligibility, intelligibility is the aim of any communication. That means meaning is more important than grammar. Sometimes, like people understand us what we speak. Maybe there can be few mistakes, or if by chance mistake happens, it occurs. Shouldn't be worrying if the meaning is not misunderstood. If meaning is totally fully conveyed to the people what we are talking to them, so small mistake doesn't matter in our sentence. So the intelligibility is the aim of communication. What we want to talk to people, people understood, but at the same time there was a small mistake. That doesn't mean that intelligibility allows us to continuously keep on making mistakes. it says that if there is a small mistake, if by chance it happens, that doesn't matter. Once we are able to talk to people, once people are able to understand what we said to them, if our meaning is not suffering, main important is the meaning of communication. If that is not suffering, everything is okay. All right, now let's talk about the basic components of English language, which is also very important. What do you think about the basic components of English language? Go on.
The basic component of English language, one is grammar structure method, and number two is direct method. Grammar structure method means firstly your teacher and your coach taught you in Hindi language and Hindi language, and then translate into English language. It Grammar structure methods means Hindi to English language, but it is not the correct way to learning English language. But yes, it should also be it should a good way for the beginners to learning English language who are learning English newly. The student may help these grammar structure methods. And number two is the direct structure method. This method is English to English method. You can ask a question in English and I can answer then in English. English to English method is the proper way to learn English language, because whole conversation is happening in this method is in English. Your coach asks you in a question in English and you are answering them in English. Uh, yes, drag structure method is the drag structure method is very sometimes very hard to learn. But if you practicing regularly to this your speaking language, so it is very important to learning English language. Direct Compared to the grammar structure method, drag structure method is very good to learn English language.
Okay, absolutely. So, no, actually, when we talk about the basic components of English language, it mainly talks about the word power, pronunciation, and grammar structure. As we know that word power is very important. Word power is our actual strength in speaking English language. Any language we speak, we understand, we read, we write, we use words. That means words are very important in any language. So same in English language also. So, and word power is our actual strength in speaking English, because if we have lot of words in our mind, we can speak English. At the same time, we can understand English also if someone is talking to us, because of our word power. We have lot of words in that particular language in our mind. Second thing is called pronunciation. Any new words we learn, we need to make sure that we pronounce them correctly. Pronunciation is very important. If we don't pronounce the words correctly, chances are it can lead us into miscommunication. So, in order to have the proper communication, better communication, we do need to have the better pronunciation also. And third thing is called grammar structure, which is also very important. Like ignoring grammar, we can't learn language, but learning lots of rules of grammar may not help us so much. So what should we doing? We should learn some structures. As we keep on learning structures of 6 sentences, 12 sentences, and speaking practice, all those things are important. We are not depending on the rule, rather directly we are having the practice based on the structures which we have taken, the various structures for learning language. The structure like use of auxiliary verbs, also one kind of a structure. How can we utilize it, how can we use that particular structure in our speaking language? The next that was called the methods of learning language. What you explained, that was the methods of learning language. Number one, grammar translation, and second one is called a direct structural method of learning language. Grammar translation method is okay for the beginners, because English is not our first language. We do need to learn it in the beginning through any other mother languages and all. But after getting some basic knowledge, we do need to make sure that we follow the direct structure method of learning language. It does not ignore grammar also, but it keeps a lot of confident in speaking, understanding, thinking in English. Finally, English becomes our own language. Now, next, there are WH questions, not WH questions. The next method is called one of the effective methods of learning language, that is called question answer method of learning English language. Asking questions in English, answering questions in English instantly. Don't We are not going for translation. ताते थी, ये भूतकाल है, फलाना काल है, काल पढ़ेंगे, पहले तो हिंदी में काल बोलेंगे, इंग्लिश में टेंस बोलेंगे. So lot of confusion are there. People are in the dilemma. So what is this? एक जगह उसको काल में याद रखो, दूसरी जगह उसको टेंस में याद रखो. So that is the long methods. Finally, the people don't get the confident in speaking English language also. That's so why we are talking about the direct structural method of learning language. One kind of methods, asking questions in English. For example, now I'm asking you questions. What do you think about hard work? What do you think about four skills? And you are answering. If you say four skills means a char aisi skill, I'm teaching you English and you are teaching me Hindi. So that's not gonna help us. That's not gonna students to help us to learn language also. So, and as I told you, there are two kinds of questions in the English language. One is called WH questions, which always requires the reason for answering. Second one is called yes no questions by using all the auxiliary verbs in front, and which can make the interrogative and interrogative negative question, something like that. If we know all the WH14 question word meanings and all the 24 auxiliary verbs, after that we do know the structures of constructing this sentence, question sentence, then easily we do have the ability to make questions for the conversation, ask questions to people for the conversation, at the same time to understand the questions in order to answer someone. Both things are very important. Understanding questions and constructing questions. Understanding for replying, constructing question sentence for asking to someone to whomever we wish to be having conversation. So you may tell me now WH14 question word meanings, as you are offline students of Dibya English Academy. What are the 14 WH question word meanings in English language, and then keep on making some questions also based on that. Go on.
So number one is what means what means any reason, any particular topic that you know.
Object, idea, action. You have forgotten. What means object, idea, action? When means time, where means place. 14 WH questions here, that hard work has to be shown now. 14 WH question word meanings: when, why, where, how much, how long, how far, how often, and all those are WH question words and the meanings used for the conversation. And 24 auxiliary verbs. Have you remembered the 24 auxiliary verbs?
So I know WH question in Hindi. I forgotten in some words in English.
In English, yeah, yeah. How about the 24 auxiliary verbs?
24 aggressive verb is am, are, was, were, will, would, will, should, must, out to, used to, does, do, does, did, has, have, and
Shall, should.
shall, should, will, would, can, could, may, might.
Hmm. Must, ought to, need, dare, used to. Okay, appreciate you. Finally, before we dismiss, now what do you think about the value of discipline? How important it is to have discipline in our life? Why we need to have discipline in our life? Go on. The importance of discipline in our life. Let's have some
This
discussions on this.
Discipline is very important in our life. Discipline means an order. Um, you should keep maintain discipline. If you can achieve any goals in your life, should also maintain discipline. Even our government has to maintain discipline. If you maintain discipline, you can be a you can be a easily, you can easily achieve your goal. On a student for student life, discipline is very important. Student must maintain to make to maintain discipline. Yeah. Student must go to a school in time. They should attend all the class. They should respect the teacher, your teachers and elders. If student make if student in discipline in your class, a teacher don't teacher don't teach all the students. So the student life discipline is very important. All the even in the playground, a player must keep to maintain discipline. Um, Discipline is very important in our life. Your discipline and they fully confident in your life. Even a office doesn't even a office doesn't work if their employees do not maintain discipline. If So discipline is very important in our life.
Yes, so do appreciate you the importance of discipline. So these days it's very lacking in the lives of people. I see that people don't have the discipline sometime in their life, and some learners and some students these days you find that even they don't have the respect for their teachers also. So we should be having discipline in our life. We can't run any institutions without discipline. Any class we can't run it. Having discipline is very important. It is the order of doing any activities, what we should do, how we should do, what is the way of doing, how do we need to behave, what are our responsibilities and duties, how do we need to conduct ourselves. Various other things are there in the discipline that person must be maintaining that. So, okay, Chirag, it was good conversation with you. And once again, I want to tell our viewers, all our viewers, friends, online students, offline students. So it was a good conversation with Chirag. Chirag is one of our offline academies student, and then having good conversation with him. Now you can watch this conversation will be there in the YouTube itself.
Yes,
Next time we will have again the conversation. Okay, so take care.
yes, thank you, sir.